else because you don't like yourself. I wouldn't like myself either if I'm constantly drunk on the internet and every time I look down, my skin should be brown and beautiful, glistening black skin, and all I see is ash. Ash.
It was for 10 minutes, Prince. So you come back in 10. I'm gonna be tired as hell tomorrow.
This motherfucker is
we had a
pathetic as fuck.
handful.
Belle.
What's going on, Belle?
Hi, T-Bone.
So, I know you said what you need to say. Can I offer a suggestion? Are you okay with me offering a suggestion?
You? Absolutely.
Okay. Very simply put, what happens in your personal life is your personal life. If people are asking you questions about that and you don't want to answer those questions, that's on you. Same shit with whoever else is involved. The only thing that I'm saying is when it comes to the conversation about the other mesh that is along with this. So when we're talking about this person brought this to the app or this person said this about somebody else and then brings a receipt about things that happen in the Discord, unrelated and has nothing to do with your personal situation, those questions can be answered. If you choose to answer them, they will also clean up a lot of things. Because if Jen is saying one thing about why this shit even happened in the first place, and you're saying, no, that's not factual, and Jen is telling her side of the story, and you don't have your side of the story coming to the front to say anything about it, people are going to continue to either A, believe what Jen is saying, or B, cause fucking speculations of whatever is coming up in their head. Because I don't know what I'm just going based off of the things that Jen has told me, based off of the things that anybody else, Joy, Bo, you have it, right? They've been the one presenting the information. So if you want to speak on it to put things to rest, the conversations around that in particular thing, I feel like that's the best way to go about it. That's just me. That's just me offering my 2 cents. If you still feel like you don't want to speak on it because it's your shit, fuck it. Don't say nothing about it. And again, if it's your private life, no bearing, you feel what I'm saying? You don't have to tell anybody a damn thing about that. That's your personal life. That's for you to fucking deal with and nobody else to fucking know about. But as it pertains to the Discord shit or what somebody has said 2 months ago in the receipt based off of that shit, that I don't understand why that can't be talked about.
I feel like I have talked about some of that, but the problem is that I'm not going to do what they're doing to me. I'm better than that.
As far as the personal
everything,
shit?
Personal everything.
Okay.
They know the truth. I know the truth. The truth always comes out. And there's too many of them and only one of me.
Mm-hmm.
So it's funny how it all was orchestrated that way.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. At this point, I really don't care. I'm not here for them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean, I just want, if you want me to be honest, I only care about the debating shit. So, and I'm trying to get back to that. Hopefully this chapter can fucking close so we don't gotta deal with this shit no more. I just fear that this chapter is not going to close until that happens. But that's just my 2 cents on it. And it's predicated on whether you want to say anything about it or not.
I mean, it's closed for me. I've been going live. My lives have been popping. Shit, over 500 views, sticking on topic. You know, everybody else can just cry. I really don't care anymore. I'm sick of owing people and people holding it over my head. It's been 2 years now. People need to just leave me the fuck alone. Like, no joke. Just concentrate on me. I finally want to be able to do me, period. And let's see how that works out. So far, so good.
We'll see what happens for the time being, and hopefully it'll just stay on that. 'Cause I don't know what to say at this point. I mean, I still feel the way that I feel about the shit that's been said. Though I will say that ain't nothing really changed off of that. 'Cause I don't know, that shit crazy, but.
Well, I thought I explained things to you.
Part of it, yes, but
all of it too.
well, yes, but the other portions of things that haven't been brought to the app, and then I still feel the way that I feel about individuals and the things that they did.
Absolutely, absolutely,
Yeah,
I understand that. I respect that, but and you know why I'm not bringing some things to the app.
Oh, right. You're right. Gotcha. I bet that. Trey's about to come up, just letting you know, and she's upset about something that happened. So
I'm gonna mute.
Hey, T-Bone, did you ask Bill if she's the one that blocked me?
I did not ask her, which I mean, you can ask her if you want to.
Bill, were you the one that blocked me and unblocked me and blocked me and unblocked me, or was that Tway?
I don't think it was me or Trey.
No, it was. Because he did it to Siren. And you guys kept coming in.
I honestly don't think so, because I think Siren's been blocked for a while.
No, she was in here.
That was probably another account, because that Siren's account has been blocked since the first time we went live a while back ago.
She was in here tonight.
Actually, the person who saw it, there's probably a date. There was a date on there, so if they screenshotted it, they would have seen the date. The date was old.
I don't know. I didn't ask them if they screenshotted it. I didn't ask them.
So again, if you were being
I just know
blocked,
that someone was blocking, unblocking. It was happening like I'd be blocked for a second, then unblocked. It was like a game they were playing. And the names at the bottom that kept coming in were you and Trey.
But doesn't it tell you who's blocking you, though?
Yeah, it said T-Bone, but T-Bone wasn't here. He was sleeping.
No, it should tell you.
I even asked him.
It should tell you.
No, it said blocked by the host. Nope, it said host.
It's not possible.
Well, you know I won't.
It is possible. It is possible. I just had to follow him again.
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
Did I not just follow you at the bottom, T-Bone?
Yes, but
And I was blocked.
But I'm confused on how it says the host did it. If I would, like, we know
I'm confused too, but that's what it told me.
Remember when I said that they were rejecting requests and stuff like that? All the mods were typing in your chat like, it wasn't me. And the only other people that was in here was Trey and Bill. So in the beginning of your lives, before people got up here and was hollering, the mods were acting crazy up in here. And people were, that's why I thought Observant and Jen got blocked out the box, because one of your mods was doing stuff while you were not at your phone.
I can promise you it was not me. When I left,
Thank you, Queen.
When I left, I was on a phone call for a while. So it was not me. It was not me.
I was saying at the bottom you were entering.
I mean, the only other thing I can do
because I'm
is whenever shit
really
like this happens is just take everybody's mod status, which like I feel like I shouldn't have.
Unmod me, please. I don't need this fuck shit. Unmod me.
I don't. If I unmod you, then I gotta go through and unmod everybody else.
1 second though. For 2 years, how many years you been going live? How many times have how many times have I misused my powers?
Not that I could think of. Yeah, never.
Well, then it's Trey. I do too. Because he was coming in as well. I saw his name at the bottom. I said both names.
I
didn't just say Bill. Yeah, he was coming in and out.
Right. Siren's been blocked for a while. That account has been blocked for a while. Look at the date.
It's here though. That's what.
She's got two accounts.
Exactly. She's not listening to that part.
She was talking.
She's not trying to hear that
on her main account.
But she's got two accounts, Queen. The account that was blocked has been blocked for a while.
How do you know what account it was, though, Bill? If you weren't the one that did it, how do you know?
Because I saw it a long time ago.
But how do you know what one we're talking about tonight?
Because they're both the same picture. I'm
No,
guessing.
how do you know which one was blocked
Well, I'm
tonight?
guessing. Well, whoever figured
Exactly.
it out, where's the screenshot? Show the screenshots, please.
Again,
Where's
I'm
the
not a
screenshot?
mod.
And how do you know that it
Again,
was
you know
Trey?
I'm not a mod.
How do you know it was Trey that blocked her?
Again, because the mod told me. The mod that unblocked her told me.
Which mod
And I
told
asked the
you
mod.
that?
I'm not going to
Guessing
do
Jen.
that.
I'm pretty sure it was Jen.
I'm not doing that.
Where's
But
the screenshot?
I
there
mean,
should be.
It was either
literally.
Jen or Belinda.
Okay,
I
wait,
was-
first of all,
Literally,
You be
the
on the
mod
shit.
was here. I asked the mod who did it. I said because two people kept coming in and out.
first of
Can
all,
you see
mods
who
are
did
not
it?
supposed to out other mods. They're supposed to go to the host, speak to them about it, and
I'm
then the
talking
host.
to the host. I thought I was talking to the host.
I said the mods.
Isn't T-Bone the host?
mods should not be
But
outing
I didn't know
other
you're in
mods.
charge of the mods. I
The
thought T-Bone
mods-
is.
I'm not in charge of the
But I'm
mods.
I
talking
don't
to
even think I'm in
T-Bone.
charge of the mods.
Holy shit. Mods should
Exactly.
not be outing
I was talking to
mods.
T-Bone.
Mods should not be outing mods. They should, if there's some fuck shit going on, mods need to go to the host and the host should address it.
Well, the host was sleeping. So the mods were doing fuck shit while he was sleeping. So they were being sneaky while he was sleeping.
Okay.
Along with what T-Bone was saying, why not just talk to Jen individually if she's been trying to talk to you?
I don't want to speak to her. Absolutely.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying she wouldn't be in lives calling you out if you would try to talk to her
I don't
one
want to
on
speak
one.
to her. Absolutely not. I trusted that woman with my private shit. Absolutely not.
Well, the private stuff didn't come out because of Jen. It was because of Siren.
Nope.
No,
wasn't
yes,
because
that's
of
the
Siren.
truth. Siren
Siren had
played the
no idea
video.
about that shit. Siren had no
No,
idea.
you're not listening. Siren played the video. Jen spoke to Ed directly. Ed told us everything publicly in a VC. You can ask Trey. We were all there.
Everything.
It
The only
wouldn't have come
everything.
out if she hadn't mentioned what she mentioned in the first
She
place.
had every right to mention it directly to Ed. It was involving him. She talked to him privately. He didn't have to come and tell us in public.
It doesn't
But
matter.
he did.
It doesn't matter at this point. I do not want to speak to those people ever again. I'm done.
But you still speaking to Ed though.
What makes you think that? Why? Who told you that?
Ed did, and he told us and showed us that you were still messaging him and calling him. So she knows that you're still speaking to Ed,
Why
and
does
she
that
had
bother-
every right.
Why does that
So
bother?
let me ask.
Why does it bother? Why does it bother people that I'm still talking
Okay,
to?
so let me ask T-Bone. If there was a secret about you, T-Bone, and I came to you and told you directly, is that in violation if I'm telling you that somebody says something about you personally?
No.
And then if you bring it to the public and bring it to the TikTok app or bring it to Discord, who is in the wrong? Me that for telling you the secret, or you for bringing it to public?
It would be me, but it also depends on the context of the relationship we had before.
See,
Right,
this,
but
this doesn't make any sense because he knew that they knew. He knew that they knew since
see,
that.
but that's the other thing that's a wire that's being crossed is that they're saying that they knew about certain information beforehand, and wait, hold on, but
It was different.
Right.
She said she only talked to Ed because the information was different, and she wanted to speak to him and basically ask him about it, and then he told her something different with receipts, and that's what upset her.
Okay.
So
again, that and that's why I'm trying not to speak on it because
It doesn't
obviously
matter.
it gets
It
into
doesn't-
your
it
personal
doesn't-
shit. But
T-Bone, it doesn't matter.
Hold on, just let me,
Whatever Ed
look,
said,
hold on, because I
said.
just want to clear this up. Jen is being told that the information that she had beforehand as it pertains to that individual was not true, and that information was told to her by you. That's what's not being cleared up. That's
Right.
where the frustration
And
comes.
her and Ed talked about that privately. He didn't have to share that conversation. And Jen made it very clear that she was not going to share that information into anyone, and that she was only going to compare notes with Ed. During that conversation, when they were comparing notes, even though Jen was still mad at what she learned, he did not tell us. He did. So everyone making fun of you and saying what they're saying, that came from him telling us what their conversation was about and providing additional details with screenshots. Jen did not do that. Ed did.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell you just like I've been telling everyone else. Whatever Ed said, that's what the truth is. Go
It's
with
not
that.
just about what he said. That's what I'm saying. It's about also what he showed. And no one is choosing just to believe Ed.
That's
But at the
fine.
end of the day, if you don't want to talk about it, no one's forcing you. I asked you one simple question about one person. I don't care if you don't want to talk to me. I don't care if you don't want to clear things up in public. But Jen is only upset because she knows that you're still having conversations with the person that you told her was violating you. That is weird,
Hold up a
especially to
minute.
somebody that thought that they were your friend.
Hold up a minute, because after the whole thing that happened with the debate, that's the main thing, okay? It was my choice. I forgave him. People need to move on. That's my business.
Okay.
Period.
And I feel like it's weird that you would not want to forgive Jen for talking to Ed in private.
No, it's not about that. It's not about that. It's about all the other fuck shit. It's all the other fuck shit, like talking about my private shit about my husband on Bella's Live.
Because
One
it's
second.
already in public.
Making up shit that my husband's 20 years older than me. Like, what the fuck?
When did she say
Or that my
that?
husband is strict and all this bullshit. That's none of her business. She said that in Bella's Live.
Okay.
It's
So
the
she said that
it's the
he was
other
strict.
private shit. It's the other private shit. I don't care about anything else. Whatever Ed said, go with that. Period. As for who I choose to speak to or not, I feel more violated by these twits than anyone else at this moment. Like, no joke. Recording private phone calls, talking about my private shit that I trusted people with. I feel that's what's violating me
You
right
feel
now.
more violated by people who reported you saying that you're afraid of Jen and Belinda than you are about Ed filling in the details that we would have never had if it wasn't for him. Sending screenshots to back up what he is saying. Are you literally kidding me? You feel more violated by
Yes.
people who got the information from a person who made that troll account than you do about the people who are angry that you didn't tell
I'm
them the
talking
truth.
about right now. I'm talking about
That's
right
exactly
now.
what I'm talking
Okay.
about.
The
The only reason
recordings, the
why this
recording,
information
Queen, the
recorded by
recordings are
Siren,
taken out
who
of
everyone
context.
knows records,
I
though.
understand that, but recordings are taken out of context. And what you guys played, Ed, that day, that was completely, I didn't want to put Siren on the list of people who knew about shit. So what I said was, lay off. She was trying to convince me that Jen, Belinda were not good friends. She was showing me screenshots of them all over lives, saying all kinds of shit. I just needed Siren to back the fuck off. And I said, please, just leave it alone. I don't want to fight with them. Because it was mainly because of what they knew. But I didn't want to put her on the list of people who knew it. And I said, it's because I said shit about you know who, period. That is
Yeah, but
kind of the truth.
how do you take out of context saying that you think that Jen is a loose cannon, that you need to be careful because you're afraid that she's going to tell you things about you? Like, that was very direct. That doesn't seem as though there's any more
There you
context to
go.
that.
Because I didn't want this to get out. What happened with the debate? I didn't want any of
Yes,
this to
and
get out.
Jen is the only person who knew what you meant when she's listening to the recording. So that would upset her because she knows what you meant. The rest of us may not have known what that meant on the recording that Siren had, but Jen knows
Don't
what you're
forget that I
talking
had
about.
already been, that had been thrown in my face many times about airing me out. So I don't know why she would be
From
upset.
those people or from
From
Ed?
those people.
For you're saying that Jen has threatened you to air you out before
Yep.
this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if you knew that what you were saying on that recording that you had a real reason to be afraid that she would do something like that, why would you say that in front of Siren if you knew you didn't trust her from the get-go?
Because Siren, wait a second. Because I did trust her at one point. That shit is old. That recording is old.
How old could it be?
At
Because
that
even
time-
when you were talking to us, you told us that you didn't trust Siren. You
At
knew that
that-
she was recording your
One
VCs.
second. Queen, that recording was not just a VC with all people. And Siren had assured me and promised me that she doesn't record private phone calls or private calls.
But we knew that she did because when she blew
I
up.
fucking believed her.
Okay, but how could you believe her when she blew up
Because at
at
the
you
time,
for
she was
letting
my
us
friend.
in the server?
At
Okay,
the time, she
so
was my
was this?
friend.
That's what I'm saying. Was this conversation before or after she got mad because you let us
This
in the
was
server?
before.
Okay. So
Or
you
during.
had-
I don't remember. Either during or before. During or before.
Did you guys come into the server, Queen?
When we came, I remember that we came into the server as almost as soon as Bell made it, but I was picked and then everyone else was stayed in. And then Ed asked Belle to let me back in, and she did. And that's when the fighting started happening between her and Siren because she let me come back. And I guess she promised him that I wouldn't be able to come in. So then her and Siren fell out. And that is when Belle stopped trusting her. But in my recollection, I didn't think that Belle trusted her at all because you always thought that she was messy and was sending recordings to Kevin, pulling him back into the drama. And that was something that everybody knew about Siren, is that she records everyone, she doxes people, she's not trustworthy. I thought everybody knew that about her.
But I trusted her when it came to private phone calls. She said she didn't record private phone calls.
Okay, well, I think that it still stands that if your friends already had a problem with Siren and they were telling you to stay away from
I don't think you're
her.
listening, though. I don't think you're listening. Did you not
I am
hear them
listening.
today? How many people? We're talking about. There's 4 people who were telling me not to trust these 2 people, and then you had those 2 people telling me not to trust these people. Don't talk
Yes,
to
that's
these.
what I'm referring
Everyone
to.
at the same time sending me screenshots from one person to the next to the other.
Yeah, I don't think you're listening. That's why it's important to let somebody complete a sentence, because that's exactly what I'm saying.
Sorry.
They already did not like her and did not trust her, and
All
were
of
telling
them.
you to stay away from her. And so hearing that you're having private conversations with her about them would be upsetting to them, even if they knew you were her friend. That is still going to upset somebody to know that not only do they not trust her and are telling you that they don't trust her, maybe they came to an acceptance that you were going to be her friend anyway. I'm just saying from the outside perspective, I wouldn't like that.
There was
I would
never
not
an
like
acceptance, but you are confusing one thing, though. You are forgetting that I was also seeing and been shown shit on the other 2 that they were doing behind my back. So again, don't think that I don't know how to explain it. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. So if you're saying that this was something that I agreed with you. If you felt as though you had a reason to say what you said, from the perspective of everyone else before Ed says anything to us, we don't have any idea about that. We are hearing the same thing that they're hearing. So if they chose to get upset about thinking you were talking shit about them behind their back, I'm still telling you that no matter how upset Jen was, she didn't say anything until Ed decided to start speaking. Jen didn't do anything except listen to what Ed was saying. She didn't confirm or deny what he was saying until you would not speak to her and you were still speaking to Ed. So it was like
Wait a second. She never reached out to me.
Why would she reach out to you?
You said she would not talk. But what are you saying? That I would not talk to her then? Why would I talk to her?
I remember her coming into the live saying that she wanted to talk to you before she ever even spoke to Ed one-on-one.
In a live?
Yeah, she was asking to speak to you in lives, and you would come in. She'd ask to speak to you.
You were listening.
Why the fuck would I speak to her in a live when I could have?
She didn't say in the live. She said, "Belle, I know you're listening."
and you need to speak to me because I'm about to have a one-on-one
And
conversation
I
with
DM'd her
Ed.
the first day that she said that, I DM'd her and she blocked me.
Okay. Okay.
All right. And then the second day when she was up there pretending like I was blowing up her phone, I didn't text, call, or do nothing at all.
Okay, well, all I know is that from that day on, she has been calling for you to speak to her, and I only asked that one question because it did look
I
weird
DM'd
that
her
you were still speaking to Ed, but you wouldn't speak to her.
the first day that she mentioned where she said that I can't say this here before I speak to Ed is the day that I messaged her once myself and she automatically blocked me. After that, I never messaged her, called her, or DM'd her, nothing. And she was saying that I was in another live another day, but I wasn't.
Okay. So that was it. That was the question. Because even
Wonderful.
if people can think that it's weird that you choose to forgive Ed, I mean, I still think that it's weird.
That's
I still think that it's weird, especially if you're going to say that these things are happening. If you had to compare the two, being angry that someone was talking shit about you and finding out that someone lied to you about what they were talking about, especially if what she's saying is true, it was a big lie to tell, and it was a weird thing that you did and said, and you could have put them in a bad position with what you said if they chose to take some kind of action based off of your word. So finding that you put them in that position could be upsetting to somebody, and you're choosing to forgive the violator because nobody thinks that what Ed did was right. But at the end of the day, you're choosing to forgive that, but you won't forgive her for being angry and talking shit publicly about how mad she is.
I have never. You think I haven't been mad? You think I haven't been upset? You think there hasn't been other serious fuck shit that's been done? I have never spoken on my friends in a live. I have never. You think I don't have private DMs or private screenshots or all that shit? I have never.
I don't know. I'm still
Never.
comparing. I'm
Never
still
shown
comparing it to
shit.
somebody making a troll account. I think that the troll account is unforgivable, but you're mad about talking shit.
Listen, this again. We're
You
gonna
can try
go.
to justify it all you want to, but I don't think that there's anybody that would forgive somebody doing that versus forgiving somebody talking shit. Like, I'm in T-Bone's live right now. I be talking hella shit to him. But if I fucking made the type of troll account that Ed made, and you think that he would fucking forgive me for talking shit to him over somebody making a troll page that in that caliber, anybody would find that weird, Bill. There's no way to justify that. Really and truly.
And I completely understand you. I
And
completely
either way, you
understand.
still don't owe nobody a reason for doing that. But I would be upset too if I was her, because it's not like we don't know that the conversations are happening and we didn't already know about the forgiveness prior to. That is where her
Don't you
anger
think
is
it's
coming from.
okay? You're being told that she wanted to speak to me and reach out to me. She could have done that. She blocked me. I sent her the first DM.
Well, all I know is that she's been calling for you in live. I'm not the only person that's seen that. Trey just told you that she's been calling for you in live. So how am I supposed to know that she doesn't actually want to talk if she's saying that she wants to?
Exactly. Try and make that make sense. Look, everything's been aired out. Everything is out there. I have no
I'm
control
just saying,
over
you're
it.
here talking to me. You could have had this conversation with Jen.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I have absolutely no respect for her anymore at all.
But you have more respect for me than you do for her because I've been talking the same amount of
do
shit.
not want to speak to that woman.
The unfortunate thing is the same way that what she talked about earlier about feeling violated goes both ways. So Jen felt that she was violated enough to speak on the issue or say whatever she needed to say, in the same way that if Belle feels violated, that she feels that she doesn't owe them an explanation or a conversation.
don't.
And I
Yeah,
feel
I
like
guess
that's the only thing that's I don't. You can say whether you agree with it or
You summed
disagree
it
with
up
it, but that's
perfectly.
Belle.
You summed it up perfectly. That's fine. If she feels violated,
Yeah, I understand the summary. I understand what she's saying 100%. I just don't agree with it. I'm just trying to figure out the backwards thinking. That's all. Like, I'm very clear on what she is saying.
Queen.
I just don't understand a world where that can be forgiven versus somebody who blew up and got angry.
Listen, it's my decision. Okay, that's my choice.
Yeah,
But you
clearly.
need to understand one thing, though. There's a lot of lies being told. A lot of lies being told.
Well, you're the only person that can clear them up, Bill, and you're choosing not
I'm
to, and
not
that's
in the
fine.
position. I'm not in a position where I can, and
Okay.
that's it. Please.
Okay, so you don't have anybody that you feel like you can clear the air with, because if you feel as though people are talking about you and they have the story incorrect, then there at least needs to be one person that can set the record straight. Because I can speak for myself only. From what I saw and heard, I don't see another side to the story, and everybody saw and heard the same thing that I saw and heard, and the receipts is the only
That's
reason
fine.
why
That's
people
fine.
have the feelings that they have.
That's fine. They can go ahead, believe it all. I don't care. I just want to be left alone. I just want to be
And
left alone.
so are you saying that Ed is lying, or that
No,
he's
I
not
did
telling
not
the
say
full
that.
truth?
That is not what I said at all. I said go
Well,
with
that's where
what.
the rumors are coming from,
I
is what
said
I'm
go
saying.
with what Ed is telling you. Period.
Okay, but it sounded facetious. It doesn't sound like a real statement, is why I'm asking. That doesn't really mean that it's true. I'm saying that you're saying you want people to leave you alone because they don't have the full truth. But I'm saying that if there's only one side and you don't want to clear it up, like even if you cleared it up with T-Bone and T-Bone
I will.
told us like,
Okay.
hey, this is what happened,
So
then it's a different story if you don't want to talk about it in a live.
Okay. So what Ed said? Ed's story is my story. So go with that, please.
Okay, so then you can't say that you want to be left alone, because that's the story that people are using to troll you with.
Okay. Go ahead. Troll all you want. All of you.
Okay. So back to Kellum's question, why did you tell that story about how the information was received?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I'm trying not to say the words, but the way that the information was received from that troll account, did you tell a story that was not true about how that information was gotten?
I told you to go by what Ed said. Period. Stop pushing
But that's not the question. I'm not pushing it. I'm asking, did you lie about the original reason why
I
he
don't
was
know
able
what
to make that
original reason
account?
you're talking about.
I know exactly what's being said too, but
I don't know what you're talking about. The original reason. I don't want to. I don't know what you're
So
talking about.
Kellum asked you, what did Kellum ask directly today? She said, Kellum asked you, why did you go ahead, because I don't remember what she asked.
Yeah, she said, why did you paint Ed out to be an individual that was stalking you?
Yes.
I never said that he was stalking me. How the fuck do you stalk someone over the internet? I mean, honestly.
Me.
Well, you can. It's possible. And I think that half the people are upset because they think that you
Other
lied
people
on him.
thought it was stalking. Other people were trying to get me to open my eyes to think it was stalking. I didn't think it was stalking. That's it.
Okay, so you didn't come up with that, is what you're saying. Somebody else did. Hey, fingers. So if you didn't spread that, and you're saying other people painted that narrative.
Spread what though? This is the problem. I never spread shit. I talked to two close personal friends of mine. That's it.
Okay,
who
so
I thought were friends of mine.
Up with that term on their own there.
I spoke to two close friends of mine who found out, and
Love fingers.
Period.
Okay, so
can we please change the subject? I don't want to continue this.
Can I make one comment before we switch the subject? The only thing I'm gonna say is if you're saying to believe what Ed is saying, that is where the problem comes into play, because Jen is saying that based off of what Ed is saying, the information that was given before by you is not accurate, and it seems to know that it's not accurate. That's
then go by that, T-Bone. Like, what are we doing?
Okay. That's fine. We'll shit.
And the thing is that T-Bone is that is where the problem is coming from. Because if we go by what Ed is saying, then that means that we have to also go by the fact that you originally lied on him. And
I
I
can't,
think
but
people
that's
have
the
a
thing. Like
problem with that.
we can't force it anymore. I've tried as many times
Can
as
you
I could to say that
please?
in order for this to be cleared up, because there's plenty of people, not just me, plenty
It's
of
not,
other
then
people
leave
that are
it
saying
unclear.
this does not make sense. It doesn't make
Leave it
sense at all.
unclear.
The
Leave
only
it
way that can
unclear.
get cleared up is if you want to clear it up, and if you don't
I
want to,
just
and you're
cleared it
telling
up.
us we have to go in the direction of Ed, then there's nothing we can do at this point. It's just got
That's
to stay where it's
fine.
at. Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah, but
literally
T-Bone,
said Ed is telling the truth. Go with what Ed is saying. Period.
if we believe Ed, then that means that we have to believe that she lied on Ed. And if that's not true, that is going to be the most damaging part. That, do you understand what I'm saying, T-Bone?
I'm tracking. I'm aware of this.
Okay,
I
and
get
to
it.
me,
Go ahead.
that is the most damaging part,
That's
because
fine.
if we have to believe his story, then that means that we have to believe that a rumor was spread about him that is likely criminal. And that is the problem that people are trying to clear up, is if that happened or if other people are making that up. Because then we have a problem with them for making it up if you didn't say it, Bill.
Holy fuck. Holy fuck. Like I said, what Ed said is true. Go by what Ed said. I'm the bad one. Go ahead and continue to spread that. Leave it alone.
That's not what I'm talking about, but okay.
She's talking about the thing with Ed being the stalker.
Right.
Is
And
that
if
something that you
did
said,
not
Belle?
say correct, and if you didn't
did
say it,
someone
then
else
we have
say
a
it?
problem with the person who said it. Exactly. Because either way, if you're spreading a rumor about somebody being a stalker, and that word is even loose, because that's not even what me and T-Bone are talking about. It's worse than that. But we'll just use the word stalker. If you didn't say it, then the person who did say it is who the problem should be with. Because he was called more than a stalker.
It's kind of like calling someone a pedo. You know what I'm saying, Belle?
Exactly. And saying that you have proof. That's what I'm saying. So if you did not say that, then who did? Because that
Where'd it come
person is
from?
the problem.
It's already been said. There's nothing else that we can. She said we got to believe what Ed said. It's that simple.
There you
But
go.
Ed didn't say that about himself.
Exactly. That's what I'm
I don't
saying.
know
What
She's
is
what
not
you're
going
even,
on
talking
here?
she's not
about.
This
What
is
has
saying
been
what
making no
he
said. I
sense.
did.
don't
Ed didn't
know
say this
what's
about
been said.
himself.
I don't care.
That'd be
I
like
don't
you
want to
saying it
know.
about yourself, T-Bone. Let's be real.
I don't care what has been said. Please just leave it alone and move on. I told you
You
what Ed
should
said.
care.
What Ed said is
Yeah, I
true.
would care.
Period.
You should care, because that is a problem. If you didn't say it, you should not be taking the responsibility for spreading that or giving that narrative. So that's what I'm saying. If you're saying we'll just say Jen, because she's the only close friend that you're talking about in this situation. If you're saying that Jen is not telling the truth, and that term that was used to describe Ed's behavior is not coming from you, then we have a different issue.
Are we
But they've
done?
already admitted that that was the reason why they had a problem with Ed, is because
Yeah, but
you
that's
told
not
them
true.
that.
That's not
Okay.
true because they had issues with him way before anything with me and Ed ever even started or happened.
So their issues have nothing to do with you at all.
No, because why air it now? Why not air it back then?
Well, they wouldn't back then because they thought that they were protecting you.
Exactly.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
I mean, that's logical. That is
But that's
exactly
what
what
they're
I would
saying,
do.
Belle.
Yeah, that's what I would do. If my friend told me that somebody did something to them, I would say fuck them, and I wouldn't tell anybody else why I said fuck them if it was a secret.
What secret? They were there in the live when it happened. Like, what secret? Are you fucking kidding me?
The details was the secret. The details was the secret.
Yeah, we're not
So
just talking about the live.
yeah, in that troll account, nobody would have known that anything about the troll account. So even if the troll account was public, nobody would know what it was, Belle.
Okay. Again, please. It is what it is. I said what Ed said is the truth. That's it. please move on. And
So if Ed said
if
was the
other
truth,
people
then
are
why was you up
confused,
here earlier saying that you didn't do what people were saying you did in the comments if what Ed's saying is the truth? Why did this conversation even start earlier when you were yelling at the comments if what Ed said was true? Why would you even address the comments and say that they're lying if Ed's story is true?
I don't know what comments you're referring to. I was
The
probably
comments from
speaking
the very
about other
beginning of
people
this live when they were saying that you cheated and you were yelling at the comments saying
because it was
if
not.
Ed's story is true, then yes, it is.
No,
So
it
that's
was
what I'm saying. So
for
you don't want us to
fuck.
believe Ed because Ed is saying that
No,
you
it
were.
was not, Queen. It was not cheating.
Then
Okay.
we can't believe Ed then
No, yes you can. Yes you
because then
can.
you
Which is
cheated on your
Wait,
husband.
I
what the
need to
fuck is
know
happening?
how.
Don't want to talk about my private life in a live.
But I'm not even asking you to talk about the
T-Bone, I
private
explained
life,
this to you
though.
why it wasn't cheating. I explained that.
I'm. That's. Oh my god.
Then we can't. You see what I'm saying? T-Bone? Then we cannot believe Ed because everything that people are
No.
saying.
Holy
Okay, I'm going to talk
fuck.
to T-Bone. I'm not going. I'm going to talk to T-Bone.
You don't.
If
You
the
don't even.
trolling.
I'm fully aware. Like,
No, I know you are,
you know
but
what I'm
I'm
saying?
talking to you because clearly trying to talk directly to her, she's getting frustrated, and that's not what I'm trying to do. If the people that are trolling her with information that they got directly from Ed, and she feels like she needs to clear it up by telling people that are in the comments that, hey, y'all are lying, this is not true, then that means that we cannot believe everything that Ed said because they're getting this information directly from what he said and what he showed. So if what he said was not true and you did not cheat on your husband, that is his account of what happened.
Oh, you had to say that, didn't you? It is had to
They
say
it
that.
already was saying in the beginning of
Everything.
this live.
No.
Yeah.
You need to stop, please. Stop.
It was. Everybody that was in the live in the original live is still here now. Like
Come here.
everyone was here in the
Come here.
beginning of this live when people were trolling you in the comments.
Come here.
So that's not a secret. So if Ed is telling the truth, then that means that the people in the comments are not lying and there was no reason for you to say they were lying.
Come here. Oh, yeah.
I was not talking about Ed. Ed was not lying.
Okay, you're talking about Jen and.
I was talking about everyone else.
Okay, so
Trey.
the other comments that we're giving you saying that they're lying. Here's the problem. That information is also predicated on the story that Ed was given.
Correct.
Everything else is given, and that's where the problem comes into play. Is that we can't have our cake and eat it too. If these individuals are lying about what they're saying, part of their
Why are you
story
putting
comes
me
from
on
Ed to it.
defense?
And here's my thing: there is a way for us to talk about that without talking about your personal life. It is possible.
Yes, it is.
1000% possible. If you don't see a way to do that, I can't force you to do that. I can't force you to have the conversation, but we just know where it's going to go from this point. You feel what I'm saying? It's just going to
Okay.
continue to be that back and forth, and or you just have to make the decision to stop engaging with it.
I just want, like I said, what Ed said was true. Absolutely true.
Okay. Did you get it, T-Bone?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I'm okay with that.
Well, glad that we summed that up, at least what we could. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. No, no, no. I'm not talking about did you get that what she said. I'm talking about Discord.
God help me.
Were you talking to me?
Yes. I said,
Oh.
did you get a
No.
message?
I didn't get nothing in Discord. Hold on.
Oh, okay. That when I said, did you get that? Just hit the call. And
I think what she's trying to say, Belle,
Nah,
is like
I
it'd
got
be
it.
like if someone said something about you that wasn't true on that nature.
she
Would
get
you
the
want that
tray.
lie
She
to be out?
understands. We
I
got it
know.
figured out. No, we did. We got it figured out.
Oh, you do? Okay, good.
Yeah, I'm on
All right.
board.
Like I
I've
said.
been live for way too fucking long. I gotta deal with these puppies. I'm gonna catch y'all niggas tomorrow.
Okay.
Good night.
Nah, next week Saturday.